don't like to talk about my art. It's not something I think about or want to do because it's never accurate. It's not difficult. There's books and books and books written about the meaning of art, so it's obviously not difficult to talk about. But for me, it's difficult to be accurate about, because we try to think that I know exactly what I'm doing, I know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like you've stopped learning at that point. You've stopped being open to take in new concepts. There's a lot of opinions, but they usually all end up being bullshit. I've been drawing symbols for a long time. I don't really know why. It's kind of a way of explaining things without trying to explain things. Because the symbols are so primal. You got triangles and circles and squares and they're shapes, but they're also structures. And I just think that there's a lot of information in there. And so it's kind of a compact way to explain everything without explaining anything. Which I like that concept. I like to leave it open. I like to keep it vague, because everybody's going to come to a symbol and it's going to filter through their own processes and they're going to come up with their own meaning for it, and I like that. But just the fact that it takes us somewhere is enough for me. Right now I like the wall-to-wall, just kind of blanketing of it. For some reason it really appeals to me. But to different people it's going to say different things, and I want it to. I want my art to say everything to anybody or nothing to nobody. It doesn't really matter at that point. And it can be just interesting to look at too, that's fine. But I don't really shoot for anything. I just kind of obey the hand, I just kind of do what my hand wants to do and try to back it up. And to me, I like to keep it free for myself because it helps me do it. And as soon as I start trying to pump specific focused meaning into it, my hand stops working. Talking about art and doing art are like opposite ends of the spectrum. When there's really no accuracy about where art comes from or why we do it. We do it to beautify things, we do it to express some kind of meaning, but trying to get specific about that meaning. It's kind of what language will do to a sunset. You can talk about a sunset forever, but it's never going to give somebody the picture of what that sunset is. That's why I draw balls. Yeah, it's a good reason. Vaginas, balls, those things you don't really need to explain too much. We just like them, They're just something we like. I think she heard us say balls. There's children around. Now the kids get it. That's funny. The kids get it more than most, I think, because they're not so stuck in the descriptions and the meaning of it all. They just look at it and they smile. They laugh at the genitalia. You can just sit there and laugh. You don't really know why you're doing it, but you laugh at it or you're interested in it. That's where I like to sit. That's where I like to be, in that kind of no description kind of space. It's so ridiculous to try to talk about this.